Oswego Road in Liverpool, New York. And of course, we are here every single month with Liverpool Athletics, and always happy to be spending some time with student athletes. But we're making history tonight. We're doing something a little bit different. Shout out to Athletic Director Ari Lieberman for helping to set this up. We are doing an athletic training spotlight. So I'm very happy to have our new athletic trainers from Liverpool High School that are going to be with us here, as well as student athletes that are going to be discussing what they've learned from these athletic trainers here on Wake Up Call from Avicolli's right down the road from Liverpool High School. So sitting next to me is no stranger to the broadcast. Isaiah Morris is here with me of football and track at Liverpool. And we have our newbie here, which is athletic trainer at Liverpool, Jay Kellogg. So, gentlemen, how are you? How you doing, Isaiah?
I'm all right. I'm pretty good.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. So, Jay, I'm going to start with you since you're my newbie here. So, Jay, bring me into just why. Why Liverpool? How did this all happen? You and I were talking a little bit off the air. You're an upstate New York guy, but how did Liverpool come about? Why Liverpool?
Well, I grew up in central New York. Been downstate for the last 30 years working as an athletic trainer in a private boarding school. Was looking for a change, looking to get back closer to my family. And Liverpool kind of came up and was a good opportunity. I had aspirations of staying in the high school setting to work. My experience, like I said, was there for the entirety of my career, and I really enjoy the student population, that age group. So Liverpool sort of popped up and reached out to Ari and met with some people and really liked what Liverpool had to offer in terms of opportunity for me, close to my family. I have a son who's an athlete at Syracuse, so being able to be closer to him and watch him and make life easier in that realm too was definitely a piece of it. But the biggest piece was just getting back to Central New York in a good situation like Liverpool.
Yeah, and you said you had the opportunity to talk with Ari Lieberman. What was your first impression of Ari?
Ari is one of the most put together people I've ever met. Certainly one of the most honest, upfront, hardworking people that I've ever met. Obviously didn't know that right away, but my first impression was that he was a go-getter, a guy that was going to have a vision, and his vision was to get full-time athletic trainers at Liverpool. So he was behind finding Katie and I and the right people. He waited a long time to get those people because he wanted the right people there. And his vision was full-time, working in the district, being there every day, not having, per diem people or, people from a clinic that just pop in, like consistency and people with high school experience. He was, my first impression was very, very good. I mean, he's why I wanted to come.
There's some colleges in the area that don't even have full-time athletic trainers, so it says a lot. And I say this about Ari all the time, and I think it for sure, is between facilities and coaches and the caliber of those coaches and the student athletes and the challenges presented to the student athletes, the responses in a positive way by these student athletes, and the way that they play, the way that they carry themselves, the type of people that they are, plus now having the athletic training full-time with you and Katie. It's a high school, but I told them, Liverpool High School, and I've been around the country, I said, you present yourselves better than some colleges in the NCAA realm. Yeah. So there's something to be said about what's happening at Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I met a couple people in the journey to becoming a staff member, but the people that are there across the board are top notch, from buildings and grounds to custodial to coaching to athletic directors to coaches to players and athletes and parents. The involvement of everybody in the building and maintenance of their programs is unmatched. And like I said, I worked in a private school where there's lots of money and opportunity, but this is different, and the level of buy-in from all the entities here is really, really impressive.
Yeah, no, it's been huge. And Isaiah, I want to go back to you for this. I mean, being at a high school that did not have full-time athletic trainers that now does, and like I said, you have a better situation than some colleges in central and upstate New York. Just what it means to you as a student athlete.
I really appreciate it because like playing football, it's like such like a rough sport, and then when you're there and like you have like your teammates trying to tape your ankles before games or like during practices, like while you're hurt, you don't really know what's going on. You don't really find out until like way after you go to the doctors. They can take you out and all this. So
Yeah.
it's just like having someone there to like push you through like everything that's like going on, like injuries or
Make sure
little mess ups, and it's just definitely way better than having no trainers.
Well, and like you said, I mean, sometimes it's your teammate doing it versus somebody who's full-time, who's been schooled in this, experience, knowledge, wisdom. What have you taken away from Jay and Katie?
I take away a lot from them. They joke around a lot. They care about everybody that goes in there, and they're very honest, and they like want to get to what's like going on. Like they don't want you to like sit around and like just sitting there. Like they want to see what's going on and like help you guys. So.
How have they helped you already? Like your personal journey, how have they helped you?
They help me bring in chocolate milk like every Wednesday, so that helps me. And then
How they help you with your body? They brought me chocolate.
Yeah,
milk.
they brought me chocolate milk. It's great.
Yeah.
No, but they've helped me when I hurt my shoulder in the playoffs. The first game, they helped me push through the next 2 games with doing like the PT and like going there and making sure I'm good before practices and just trying to get me through that season.
So, what type of chocolate milk is it?
Burn dairy.
What is it?
Chocolate milk.
Burn dairy?
Yep.
Just straight up like whole milk chocolate milk?
Yep.
All right. See, my thing is I can't have regular milk. I have to have oat milk. Not by choice, but I have to. And it's hard to find chocolate oat milk. I gotta like make it myself.
I'd never heard of that. I don't think I'd enjoy that.
No, it's not an easy road. I'll tell you that. But if those are my worst problems in my life, I'm gonna be all right, Isaiah.
Yeah.
So football and track. Which one do you love more? Be honest with me.
Football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you playing the position you always grew up wanting to play, or was there a different one?
I did always grow up wanting to play linebacker, running back, but I never did till high school.
So between the two, being a two-way guy, what's better, offense or defense that you enjoy?
Defense.
Defense?
Yeah, you get to deliver the hits instead of like trying to protect yourself from them. So.
Okay, some people say they want to be on offense because they want to score, but you're saying no. I like to hit people.
Yeah.
So because there's so much wear and tear on your body when you're playing a sport of football, what have these athletic trainers taught you about recovery and preemptively keeping yourself in good health? Because I think the best trainers are the ones that are looking at preemptive care and not reactive care.
Yeah, doing your PT like routinely if you need to do it. Like if you need to do PT to recover from something, like do it. Like don't just sit there and do it every once in a while because it's just not going to get better. Make sure you stay hydrated, sleep, because that's a part of recovery too.
Yeah. What have you had to do in your PT?
Like just about everything. I mean, I don't even know like specific. Like I just been doing like.
We'll talk about your shoulder.
My shoulder. Okay, so I've been doing like resistant stuff, like going up against walls and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff along the lines of just getting all the ligaments and stuff around my shoulder better.
Do you, like, when they tell you to do something, maybe you don't understand at first, after a while, do you kind of move around, wake up in the morning, and you're like, man, my shoulder does feel better? Like,
yeah, definitely. Because in the beginning, when I first heard it, I couldn't move it up, like above my head. So it definitely felt way better, and the pain definitely went down just from doing the PT. Now I just have to wait.
You know how we do Tell Me Something Good? Tell me something about Jay while he's sitting next to you.
Tell me something about Jay.
Something good about Jay.
There's a lot of good things about Jay.
All right.
Plenty.
Okay.
He's very funny. He's a very funny guy, and he doesn't like people that mess around in his room. Like I said, if you're an athlete and like say he makes treats for us every Wednesdays and brings in chocolate milk, and if you're not an athlete for that semester, like fall, spring season, then you're not gonna get in. So I just like that he's like straight up and does what he has to do.
So you have treats as long as you're in season.
Yeah.
Okay.
In season athletic athletes.
2 of your answers have led back to chocolate milk. Jay.
Okay.
Jay, I'm going to go to you now. Jay, tell me something good about Mr. Isaiah Morris.
Isaiah is one of the first guys I met when I came to Liverpool, and he's definitely one of the best people at Liverpool. He's just a great young man. He's got, a great work ethic, great family structure. He's a hard worker on and off the field. He's an honest, person, and wants what's best for his teammates. He's he is definitely a team first guy. He's not a me guy in any way, and he loves football. He loves his teammates.
Those are some big words, Isaiah, and I'm happy to hear those about you. You keep that going, all right?
Yes, sir.
So, Jay, why'd you get into athletic training? Where's the passion come from?
So high school, played 3 sports. Yes, believe it or not, I played 3 sports. I went to a really small
I'll ask you
public
for a
school.
second. Let me just do this. All right. I'm going to let go of that. There you go. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, is that better?
Yeah, you're good.
So played 3 sports. A really small school, only offered basketball, baseball, and soccer for boys. Played all 3 of those. Was certainly not good enough to play at the college level, and wanted to stay involved in athletics. And actually, with a meeting with a counselor, the counselor suggested athletic training, and just kind of went down that road. Went to Canisius in Buffalo, and just sort of fell in love with athletic training. Most people don't have careers that are 30 years plus in athletic training. It's a high burnout job.
Yeah.
But if you're in the right spot, it can be really good. If you're in the wrong spot, it can be way too hard. Way too many expectations, poor pay. So you have to find the right people to work with and for, and the right athletes to serve to make it great.
You said, you got to find the right people. So you have Ari Lieberman as the leader of the athletics department, and you've said nice things about him. But in the spirit of Isaiah, what treats does Ari bring you?
Ari brings me gear. He's a major gearhead.
Hold on
Okay.
one second. Ari, we've worked together for about 7 years now, and I got some good gear recently, but you said he brings you a lot of gear. I think I have 2 things and a towel. So Ari, let it be known that Jay is now on the clock to make sure I get
I'm
something
gonna
else.
work on this.
All right.
Okay.
So he brings you gear.
He's the ultimate gearhead. He's got everything you can imagine, and he really wants you to have Liverpool things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, he brings way more than that from a personal level, but from a possession perspective, he's a major gearhead, and he loves to give you nice things.
Well, and I will say that I said something like, do you have anything that I can rock? And this was at the beginning of the basketball season, and he walked, like, while we were talking, I was like, oh, when you get a chance, if you think about it, he's like, I think I got something. He got up, he walked away, went to his office, or wherever he went, like, walked out, came back in, and threw me a sweatshirt, and it's like, we don't even have these out right now. Like, these are, like, for the coaches or whatever, and it's one of the softest, like, nicest sweatshirts, and it's one of my only, like, when you walk in my house, it's one of the only ones that's hanging. So shout out to you, Ari. You made the front wall, but yeah, I razz him a little bit, but he does treat me extremely well, and he has gotten me some of the nicest gear. I think I have a rain jacket from them. Like, he doesn't just get you stuff. It's like, here's something that we don't sell anymore. Here's something you can't find. Here's like a rain jacket when you're standing outside at a practice or something like that. So
He finds the stuff that you like, and he gets it, and he really wants you to be happy.
on a little wake-up call Liverpool mashup, Ari, get on it. All right, so Isaiah, I'm going to go back to you here. Before we play rapid fire, as you know,
Uh-oh. I didn't know this.
I do want to kind of just dig a little bit deeper into this world of athletic training and what you would say to a student athlete that would be apprehensive or maybe wouldn't do their PT or they don't want to admit that they're in pain because they're a tough guy or tough girl. What would you say to somebody that's trying to not go to athletic training or take PT? What would you say?
I'd say it's pretty dumb because, I mean, who wouldn't want to get better from whatever's going on? Even when I got hurt during the season, like, if it wasn't the playoffs, I probably would have sat out for like a week or two to like let it rest, but I didn't, and I kept going when I shouldn't have, but I had to because it was playoffs. But like when you have to sit there and rest, like you have to let your body rest, especially like sports like football. You just have to, or else you're probably not going to get better.
You made it to the sectional championship. I know it didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but what positive memory do you take from the Dome?
Being there, because I never been there. I was always dumped. The first year I was dumped in like the second round of CBA, and then last year I got hurt, and then we lost in the second round as well. And finally we beat CNS and got past them, and then we got to the Dome in CBA. It's great to be in there, because I remember when my brother went to CBA, I used to always be in there because they always went to the sectional championship or got to play in the Dome. So this is a great memory that I got to make for like myself instead of like watching someone else, make it.
I sat with Coach Sindoni at the beginning of this run to try and turn this Liverpool program into something for football. Where would you say the program is right now?
I'd say it's way higher and better than it used to be, but I think we can still definitely work higher, and I think that's definitely expectations this year.
All right, I like it. Let's go to some rapid fire. You can ask me anything you want, Isaiah, any topic, and I have to answer.
All right. Let's see. What did you think about the Super Bowl, and who do you want to win?
What did I think about the Super Bowl? I thought it showcased two strong defenses. I mean, going into it, I didn't see a world where Seattle didn't win. I know you can't really bet against the Patriots, but I didn't think they could score to beat Seattle, and they didn't. I think Jason Myers, as you know, I'm a Jaguar fan. Jason was a Jaguar kicker. He missed like 3 or 4 field goals in one game indoors at Lucas Oil Stadium against the Colts, and Jacksonville let him go.
Yeah.
And here he is with the record 5. Never been 5 field goals in a Super Bowl. Never been, and he was 5 for 5, not just making 5. So should have been the MVP. Although I really like Kenneth Walker III. And what are my thoughts? I think that Seattle and the Rams are the teams to beat in the NFC this upcoming season already. I think Seattle's only going to get better because they have the 5th highest cap space of 32 teams, plus they have all the talent that they have. And I love that McDonald, they asked him what he got out of coaching, and he came back, and they asked him why, and he said, because God told me to come back, and I said, okay. I thought that was really cool. So I'm a big fan of Seattle and what they're doing, and I'm hopeful for them, and I picked them to win, so I'd like to thank the Seahawks for making me pick. My question back to you, Isaiah, if we could have dinner at Avicolli's, you and I, so we're going to meet here tomorrow night, we're going to sit with 5 running backs of NFL history. Who are we going to eat with?
All right. First is Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
I started liking Skittles because of him, so I got to start there. Marshawn Lynch.
Okay. Did you know the original flavor of the green Skittle?
No.
It was lime.
Really?
And they lied to everyone, erased it from history, made it green apple, and made people think that it was one of those, I think it was one of them government tests.
Yeah.
And then literally last year, they brought it back, and it showed green on the bag, and there was an arrow that said original is back. And I looked at my dad and I was like, do you know how long I tried to get people to believe that lime was the original flavor? So just so you know, for Skittles history.
I think I was too young to even remember. I just started eating them.
Well, I'm just telling you right now, if they ever change it again, you remember today, February 10th, 2026 at 6:06 p.m. that I told you the truth.
That is the truth. I did not know that.
We got Marshawn. Who else?
Marshawn Lynch, and I'd go Adrian Peterson.
Okay.
I love the way he runs.
Like the fastest guy to ever heal from an ACL.
Yeah, it was insane. He came back better. Then I'd probably have to go Barry Sanders. Do you have to be alive?
No.
Walter Payton.
Mm-hmm.
And then one more.
Sweetness.
Yeah, I'd probably go Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell.
Yes.
All right. Look at you knowing your history.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of you, Isaiah. I would sit at that table.
I would too. I mean, I picked it, but yeah, I grew up watching them. My dad's a Bears fan, heavy Bears fan. So the first running back I knew was Walter Payton. But yeah.
Okay. Well, tell Dad I think Chicago's they're gonna have something to say for the next season coming up here.
Oh yeah, I heard it a long time in the house. I'm an Eagles fan, so they beat us this year.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what the Eagles do. Jay, what do you got for me?
Who is your favorite current Liverpool high school coach?
That is not fair.
You interviewed one today.
Yeah, I did. Goodness me.
I can ask you a new one.
No, there's so many that I love,
Okay.
but I mean, I don't think I don't know if I can I've known Wheels for almost 2 decades.
All right, give me 3, not in any order.
Well, there's 3 on my mind. So,
Okay.
Mike Wheeler, Joe Sindoni, because I've been with him since he got to Liverpool, and man, I love Preston. I also love Ryan Blackwell, who's at Siena now. But I want to pick somebody else. I gotta say, oh boy, this is tough. I feel like I know where I'm going, but Mike Felice, I'd probably say.
I haven't met him yet.
Yeah, might be probably just because it's the off the air I've had a lot of heart to hearts with Wheels, Sindoni, and Felice, and I'll never forget what Mike did for me at a practice one time. I asked him if I could come to the practice, and I walked up, and he's with all the guys, and then he was he made it a point. He's like, look, gentlemen, Dan Tortora is here. He covers us a lot. Give him a round of applause. He made me important at a time where I was not at all, and I was like, I'm not here. I'm a fly on the wall, and I don't know. It's just the way he treats people. I really love it. But I mean, all the sports have been great, and the coaches have been awesome, and some of the coaches aren't even there anymore are really good to me too. So, but I would have to say probably them, because Wheels has been consistent with me, and I said it on the show today the entire time that I've known him, and then Sindoni, we've had some really deep conversation, and then Felice, I mean, the way that he's cared about me, I don't really know if I can put a word to that.
I think what's really interesting is he struggled with that because there's so many.
Yeah.
There's a lot like the people you're talking about, and I've only been here since June.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's different. It's a different place.
Yeah, it's really hard to pick, which is to the credit, and to Ari's credit too, because he's a great leader. My question back to you, Jay.
Blue.
With a last name Kellogg,
Nope.
tell me the 3 cereals you can't live without.
I don't even know if they're Kellogg's cereals.
It doesn't have to be.
So,
I don't know either. You could
Okay.
tell me something, and in your brain you're like, that's Kellogg, and then you go to the store, and I'm like, General Mills. I'm like, they switched that logo. There's no way.
I'm going
What'd you say?
It's the lime Skittle all over again.
O's.
Yeah. O's?
You ever had O's?
Or
I
are
don't
they
even know.
are
They're
they
like honey nut O's. They're like OHS.
okay?
They're like
Are they like Cheerios?
kinda, but they're like honey nut kinda. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
really crunchy.
It's the first time that I've ever had generic brands
Yeah.
mentioned on the show. It's
Yeah.
Instead of Fruit Loops, them fruit circles that I really like?
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so O's.
Okay.
Honey O's.
So
I think
I
I've heard
have-
of Honey O's.
Yeah. So I have 2 grandkids,
Okay.
and they love Rice Krispies.
Okay.
So I have to keep Rice Krispies in the house.
Okay.
And then I might have to go out with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is, it's a forever. So is Rice Krispies though. I'm all about that. I'm also for the mashups. That's why I asked. So with that being said, for Isaiah Morris as well as for Mr. Jay Kellogg in this athletic training spotlight, making history on site on location at Avicolli's with Liverpool High School, we will be back momentarily, and we will be featuring 2 new guests to continue the story of athletic training and what Liverpool is doing to be a step above and to have a collegiate atmosphere for these high school student athletes. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.